you guys welcome back Bob Living.
Thank you very much. Let's hear it for Randy Treadway for having this great live music series. Well, let's hear it for Shani that played before. It's really great stuff. Really good. The love that you give is love you never lose. It comes back to you in dreams that come true. On a dream with you, life is simple and moving slow, like holding hands to the radio. And there's no other place we wanna go. On a dream with you, we're in love and holding tight. Now there is nothing we need sacrifice. After all these lonesome nights, on a dream with you, in a villa in New Mexico, wearing your boots with your evening clothes, and the band is playing soul Creole. On a dream with you, baby, sunset comes and we fade away. In the refuge between night and day, I'll dream with you. On a dream with you, all you have to do is touch my hand to rescue me from these shifting sands. And there's nobody else that understands me. On a dream with you, Indian ponies and western skies, wildflowers and coyote cries are all in the magic of your brown eyes. On a dream with you, you're a cowgirl in a rodeo, riding bareback chasing down rainbows, and I'm the cowboy that you want to know, baby. On a dream with you, sunset comes and we fade away. In the refuge between night and day, I'll dream with you. And the love that you give is love you never lose. It comes back to you in dreams that come true. I'll dream with you. I'll dream with you. I'll dream with you, babe. Yeah. Another dance song. So here's a song called The Middle Ages Rockabilly Blues. And it's actually, I don't know if you ever heard of William the Conqueror, but did you know that William the Conqueror, he was named when he was born William the Bastard? I mean, what kind of a name? You know, I was going to say what kind of a father would name his, you know, he just kind of went a little psycho, especially in the 4th or 5th grade. You can imagine having a name like that. And so the only way he could change his name was to conquer all of Europe, which he did, and got the name William the Conqueror. And so this is, you know, it doesn't have anything to do with this song, but I thought it was a good story. Actually, William had a baby back home, too, and he wanted to get back to her in the worst way, the best way. Hey! Well, gone is the time when I felt so fine and I fell for you. Hook, sinker, and a line. On the silver nights, everything was alright. But where did they go? Nobody knows. They're gone from me, and all I can see is the dusty backs of their memories. No longer young, not yet old. I cry for the time when I had some gold. Just take me back, back, back. Back when I was your king. Somebody give me a time machine. I want to tell you one more thing about this song, because Mike Looney's in the audience and he's a producer of a new movie. It's a documentary about the big shootout of 1969. Texas, number 1. Arkansas, number 2. Nixon. Politics. Everything. Great, heartfelt story. And Mike is documenting it all, and in his wise decision, he chose this song to end the whole thing when the credits are rolling by. So I want you to imagine Darrell Royal and Frank Broyles on the wrestling mat. Wrestling. We're 8 in the seat. I may have to start the song again. Well, gone is the time when I felt so fine and I fell for you. Hook, sinker, and a line. On the silver nights, everything was alright. But where did they go? Nobody knows. They're gone from me, and all I can see is the dusty backs of their memories. No longer young, not yet old. I cry for the time when I had some gold. Just take me back, back, back. Back when I was your king. Somebody give me a time machine. Well, like a tick on a dog, or like a bug in a bed, I want to hang up on all that you once said. I can see you smiling, I can see you cry. See your bedroom eyes till the day I die. All night we sang and all night we played. The sun wouldn't rise without our say. Where are all those days, where are all those nights? We would dance in the sands in the morning light. Just take me back, back, back. Back when you were my queen. When your love was everything. Everything, think about it. Hey. Well, we're aging fast. Time's changing us. I tell him slow down, but he starts to cuss. They're gonna take their shovels, throw dirt on my head. Living feels too good. I don't wanna be dead. Better count my blessings before it's too late. But they're hard to find on an empty plate. We'll be there soon at the pearly gates. I got my ticket, but I may wanna wait. Just take me back, back, back. Back to the times that we've seen. Somebody give me a time machine. Time machine. Gone is the time when I felt so fine and I fell for you. Hook, sinker, and a line. Yeah. Well. Oh, yeah. And here's another Texas swing song. I got a generic country and western swing song on the record, and it's just simply called Country Western Swing. I want you to pay attention to the line that says, "They ain't nothing in the world like sweating through a bandline shirt." Lloyd Maines co-produced this record with me, and so I wrote him. Just got released in Europe last week, And so it's getting some airplay, and people playing, they're just kind of stumbling around deciding what they want to play. But a lot of people are playing this song, Country and Western Swing. So I wrote Lloyd today, and I said, Lloyd, they're playing Country and Western Swing in Europe. And he wrote back, that's because they wear a lot of bandline shirts. Oh, yeah. Does anybody here know how to country and western swing? Or do you just sit around and shake your thing? Well, those of you who do, get with those of you who don't. And before this night is over, we'll all know how to dance. 'Cause honky-tonk can make my world go round. Like a big roller rink in the sky down here on the ground. I ain't saying that I am any smarter, no, 'cause I can't seem to find me a partner. I'm looking high for a two-stepping lady. I'm feeling low, 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 'cause I can't find one. All my old girlfriends wanna rock and roll. Look like I'm high, but I'm feeling low. Well, feel the thrill as it starts to work. There ain't nothing in the world like sweating through a bandline shirt. And I am so down, I can't get up, and I ain't having any luck. I'm looking high for a two-stepping lady. I'm feeling low, 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 'cause I can't find one. All my old girlfriends wanna rock and roll. Look like I'm high, but I'm feeling low. Let's swing. I said the beat right here is called the country and western swing. Hope it's really moving you to take that fling. 'Cause I am ready to spin and I'm ready to twirl. The only thing left in the world is a willing girl. 'Cause honky-tonk can make my world go round. Like a big roller rink in the sky down here on the ground. And I ain't saying that I am any smarter, 'cause I can't seem to find me a partner. I'm looking high for a two-stepping lady. I'm feeling low, 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 'cause I can't find one. All my old girlfriends wanna rock and roll. Look like I'm high, look like I'm high. I'm looking high for a two-stepping lady. I'm feeling low, 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 'cause I can't find one. All my old girlfriends wanna rock and roll. Look like I'm high, but I'm feeling low. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Country western swing. Well, the album I had before this is called Original Spirit. It has cowboys and Indians and some of those songs, but the album used to be called Mahatma Gandhi and Sitting Bull. And I knew that the death knell had happened when I put it out, and I thought it was a pretty good record, and I was doing a little promo tour, and I went to Lubbock, and on KDAV there in Lubbock. This DJ, I was in the studio, and he said, okay, let's play the record, and he played it. And at the end of it, he said, and that was a song off the new Bob Livingston album called Mahatma Gandhi and Sitting Bull. And it didn't, anyway, I changed the name right after that song. It's called Original Spirit. But it still does have a song called Mahatma Gandhi and Sitting Bull. And the reason is when Sitting Bull defeated the United States cavalry at the Battle of Little Big Horn. Remember that? He was the medicine man, the shaman, Mojo, you know. And so shortly after the battle, he went into show business. And he joined Buffalo Bill's Wild West, and they toured all over the United States, reenacting that battle and other battles. If you've ever seen those old newsreels, you know, they had Zulu warriors and Maasai tribesmen and mounted riders from everywhere, Hussins and Cossacks and Vaqueros, Native American cowboys and Indians out the kazoo, trick ropers, snake charmers, Wild Bill Hickok, Annie Oakley, Willie, you know, the whole 9 yards. So... And Buffalo Bill in front of the whole shooting match with his hat off, you know, and his big blonde hair waving, and American flags waving. And here's a little sidelight I got to tell you real quick. Do you know that Buffalo Bill one day was walking down the boardwalk in Cody, Wyoming, named after him, and this space-time continuum just kind of opened up at his feet. And he looked down because he was looking for a song to play for the big grand entry. And he saw this song, and he pulled it out. It's a piece of sheet music called The Star-Spangled Banner. And nobody ever heard of it since the Revolutionary War days. And so he took it to his band director, and his band director played it. He said, that's pretty inspiring music. So it became his grand entry, march, and they played it all over the country, and people heard it, and thousands of people heard it, and other bands started playing it, and people started singing it, and it made them feel all inspired about the United States of America, and it went into the American lexicon, as they say. It became our national anthem, all because of Buffalo Bill and the power of entertainment. And so they go to England. And Queen Victoria was no different than anyone else, because Buffalo Bill was the most famous man in the world, bar none. There was more written. Dig this. The three Americans, the most had ever been written about in the 1800s, 1900s, was George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Buffalo Bill. Wow. So they get to London. Queen Victoria wanted to get next to Buffalo Bill in the worst and best way. She had a command performance, and when this big multicultural extravaganza walked in front of her, she stood up and saluted the American flag. The first time in history a British monarch had ever done that. It's amazing, isn't it? Yes. And this is the story of Mahatma Gandhi's Sitting Bull. Oh, I left out one thing. This is the suspension of disbelief. Mahatma Gandhi happened to be sitting with Queen Victoria in her box. And she said, I think it'd be cool to invite these two Indians back to the palace. So she did. And what would these two Indians have to talk about? The Indian of the West sometime resorted to violence when his back was to the wall. And the Indian of the East, Gandhi, who turned the other cheek, defeated the entire British Empire. They wouldn't be talking about politics. No. Get you killed. Well, now Mahatma Gandhi and Sitting Bull were lying in the sun around the swimming pool, talking about breaking all the rules, and listen to the radio. KLIF. The Mahatma winked and he flashed a grin. He said, the Wild East is where I've been. If you've seen it once, you gotta see it again. You gotta see the Himalayan snows. Sitting Bull, he said, Gandhiji, it's the Great Plains for me. Chasing buffalo and living free, and watching all my children grow. Gandhi pulled his weaver's thread and he spun some yarns. Then he said, no need for the Tibetan Book of the Dead to know which way the spirit goes. Well, that's what he said. Mormon Tabernacle Choir who happened to be standing on the street corner. And here's the moral of the story. West is east and east is west. We're only one planet and that's the test. We're just passing through, we got no address. Awakening what we don't know every day. Yeah, Sitting Bull and Gandhi too, they share a pipe with me and you. They both knew how to break the rules and listen to the river flow. Listen to the river flow, boy. And they were cowboys in India too. Oh yeah. Thank you. Okay, we had a request for Geronimo's Cadillac by Bruce. Bruce wanted to hear it. Geronimo was another wild Indian held in the stockade in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. In the late 1800s, he didn't believe in private ownership of land, and the United States government took a dim view of that, especially with Manifest Destiny going on and all that. And so they chased him down. He lived around here, and he lived over New Mexico and Arizona, down in Mexico, up in Oklahoma. They finally captured him and put him in Fort Sill in a stockade. One day, the governor of Oklahoma Territory was driving his brand new Cadillac convertible down a dusty dirt road in southwestern Oklahoma, and he had 3 friends from back east, and they were from the Smithsonian Institution. He was squiring them around his part of the West, showing them dinosaur bones and stuff, and they were sending it all back there, and he remembered that Geronimo was held prisoner. Well, boys, why don't we go on up there where they got Geronimo in the Crossbar Hotel and see if we can get him to pose for a picture in this here Cadillac. So they did. They went on up, and Geronimo, his friends didn't really want him to do it. They said, he will never do it. He's too proud. But when Geronimo heard the news, he said, boys, I've heard about this camera, and it can take your likeness and put it on a tablet, and some of your soul shines out of your eyes, and it'll be there forever. And you never know who's going to see this photograph. And besides, we could use some good publicity. So they went into the yard, got into the Cadillac, stared into the lens of the camera, and stared into history. Just goes to show you, young whippersnapper right there, next time you get your picture taken, put your best face forward, because you too may end up in the Smithsonian Institution just like Geronimo did. Oh, they put Geronimo in jail down south, where he couldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. Sergeant, Sergeant, don't you feel something's wrong with your automobile? Governor, Governor, isn't it strange how you never see a car out on that Indian range? Warden, Warden, listen to me. Be brave and set Geronimo free. Oh, boys, take me back. I want to ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Oh, boys, take me back. I want to ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Help me sing it. Oh, boys, take me back. I want to ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Oh, boys, take me back. I want to ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. They took old Geronimo by storm, and they ripped off the feathers from his uniform. White man, don't you know the Indians ain't got no place to go? Well, Jesus told me, and I believe that it's true. The red men are in the sunrise too. We ripped off his land, we didn't give it back, and we sent Geronimo a Cadillac. Oh boys, take me back, I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Oh boys, take me back, I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Help me sing it. Oh boys, take me back, I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Oh boys, take me back, I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Oh, oh, yeah, yeah. Jerry, those boys, you got them on the run. Oh boys, take me back, I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Oh boys, take me back, I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Let me hear you sing it. Take me back, I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. What did you say? Oh boys, take me back, I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Oh boys, take me back, I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Oh boys, take me back, I wanna ride, ride, ride in his Cadillac. Oh boys, take me back, I wanna ride in Geronimo's Cadillac. Yes, I do. Oh yeah. Okay. I want to do this one. This is called, it's also on the new record. Did I tell you my album won oh yeah, okay.
No,
Remember.
we want to hear it again.
One album of the year.
Damn it.
Cow. Amazing. And
This one right here?
yeah, that one right there.
What you got out there in the living room?
I have it in the living room. I just have a few copies. This, my son, I'm going to have to leave right after the show. My son, who's living in India, he's a great guitar player, and the guy completely abandoned Western music to go study Indian music, and he wouldn't take his guitar, and he's been there for the past couple of years, and I happen to have a picture of my grandson right here that he, this is sitting in a little tub in India. So they're coming home, and I've got to get back. 10 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to be on call. So I went to see him 2 years ago, and, in India, one of the things they believe, they said, I heard said there, anything that happens to you can only help. Hard to wrap your mind around that, isn't it? So this is a song kind of like about that. It's called I Can't Sleep Tonight. I can't sleep tonight, but that's all right. I've got the light, and I'm here all alone. There's nothing going on, but I'm at home. My heart can take an unlucky break. It's just a shake to make me wake. Whatever you do, I still trust you, and I'll make sure you can trust me too. Oh, that's your part. Oh, sing it one more time, y'all. In this old house of mine, the shadows dance in and out of time. My thoughts hang on into the night, and sometimes the blues slips me into the right. I don't really know what I've been trying to find. The point is lost, the alley is blind, the inside reels and falls away. What it reveals, I can't betray. Help me sing it. I got to hear it one more time, y'all. I've got the light and I'm here all alone. There's nothing going on, but I'm at home. The dream fades away. And my lifeline is calling. Yeah, thank you. Okay, folks, I want to do one more song real quick for you. And so if you remember your history that I've been trying to teach you, we got Geronimo's Cadillac, 1972. And then we got Jerry Jeff, 1972. And then Murphy's second album, we go to Nashville. And it's called Cosmic Cowboy Souvenir. Really good record. So Murphy was losing his mind. He had nodules on his vocal cords. The doctor told him not to speak for something like 6 or 8 weeks. And when we rehearsed the album, I sang all the demos. And Murphy would come over to my house. I lived on Lake Travis. He'd have a yellow legal pad. And it would say things like, Bob, I just wrote this new song. It's called Blessing in Disguise. Come over to the piano and I'll whistle the melody to you. He'd come over the piano and he'd start playing and go. I go, it was a blessing in disguise. It was a blessing in disguise. He couldn't talk. He was just, you can imagine. So we record the album. The last note of the last song, the band breaks up. And we couldn't take it anymore. It was just crazier and all get out. We go back with our tails between our legs. Why we had our tails between our legs, another story. Back to Austin, Texas, to join up with Jerry Jeff Walker for good. Everybody left, the whole band. Everybody but Gary P. Nunn. No. The thing is, Gary had a song on this record. He was afraid that it might be jerked off the album if he didn't go and hang out a little more with Murphy. Now, Murphy's idea was to go to London and record and mixed the record at Abbey Road Studios, which they did. Now, that was really fun. They put the London Philharmonic on that Blessing in Disguise song and a couple other things. And so but after that was over, Gary was left to his own device, and he wandered around London all by himself, and he wasn't prepared, and he was getting more depressed. And then the flat he was staying in, all those apartment blocks, in those days they would turn the steam heaters off automatically during the day to get people out on the streets working. So if you happened to be home sick or something, you were sunk. And Gary was in this flat, and he was shivering, so he picked up his guitar, and the first thing that came out was, "It's cold over here, and I swear, I wish they'd turn the heat on." And who would think that from such a dismal beginning would spring forth one of the quintessential Texas anthems, the London Homesick Blues? And so Gary came back, and he had this song, wrote the song. He didn't think much about it. And he was going back to Texas Tech, back to pharmacy school. Gary had been in pharmacy school before he came to Austin. So he's going back to Texas Tech, pharmacy school. And I always thought, what if it happened if we hadn't made that call and Gary escaped to Lubbock and become a pharmacist, Especially, he was my pharmacist, And I'd come in and say, "Gary, Dr. Nunn, I got this prescription. I know I was in here yesterday, but can you help me out?" So we caught him. We talked him into coming down to Lukenbach and say, "We're going to have a great time down here. Come on." So he comes down, and we started recording like on a Tuesday, and we recorded all week. Sangria Wine, Desperados Waiting for a Train, all those great songs. And Jerry Jeff making everything up as he goes. And Sangria Wine, he actually, when we had arrived, he would have this big galvanized tub, and he'd be pouring wine in there and cutting up apples and oranges. And we'd have this big giant tub of sangria, and people would show up, and everybody's drinking sangria and eating tacos and stuff. And that's what we'd start the session with. So Jerry Jeff just, the whole song is a recipe for his sangria. Well, at some point, we decided to do a live show at the end of the whole thing. And Gary had played London Homesick for us earlier in the week. Great song, but, we didn't think much really what was going to happen. We didn't know what was going to happen next. So the Saturday night, we did the live show, and at the end, right towards the end of the show, Jerry Jeff turned to Gary and said, "Play that song you played for us a few days ago, that song about London." So Gary could hardly believe it, and he started playing it. And we were totally uncertain when the song started. We'd never played it through one time. We didn't really know it. But as the choruses went by and the second verse and the third verse, we kind of knew it. And so people would sing along and yell, and you think Redneck Mother had a reaction. So at the end of the song, the producer came running out of this mobile unit. They had a state-of-the-art mobile unit called Dale Ashby and Father, Randy. There was only 2 in the country at that time, and this was the best. And they rewired the whole town of Lukenbach just so they could have this major recording studio there, sitting there. So the producer runs out, Michael Brofsky, and he says, "The tape broke. You got to do it one more time so we'll have it." So that's when Gary Nunn says, "I got to put myself back in that place." But when you're down on your luck, you ain't got a buck, in London you're a goner. Even London Bridge has fallen down. Moved to Arizona, now I know why. And I substantiate the rumor that the English sense of humor is drier than the Texas sand. And you can put up your dukes and you can bet your boots, but I believe it just as fast as I can. I wanna go home with the armadillo, good country music from Amarillo and Abilene. They got the friendliest people and the prettiest women you ever seen. Well, it's cold over here, and I swear I wish they would turn the heat on. And where in the world is that English girl I promised that I would meet on the 3rd floor? Turned out she's on the 2nd floor all time. And oh, the whole dang lot, the only friend I got is a smoke and a cheap guitar. And my heart keeps on longing, I keep on roaming around the world to be home in a house concert in Waxahachie, Texas. And I wanna go home with the armadillo. Good country music from Amarillo. Good country music from Amarillo and Abilene. What do they got? They got the friendliest people and the prettiest women you ever seen. Well, I decided that I'd get my cowboy hat and I would wander down to Marble Arch Station. 'Cause when a Texan fancies, he'll take his chances. Chances will be taken, that's for sure. He's taking a chance. He's taking a chance. He's looking for the queen. He's looking for the Kate. He's staying alive. He's staying alive. I said, he's staying alive. And now my limey eyes, they're eyeing the prize some people call manly footwear. They say you're from down south, and when you open your mouth, you always seem to stick your bloody foot right in it. Pip, pip. And I wanna go home with the armadillo. Good country music from Amarillo and Abilene. They got the friendliest people and the prettiest women you ever seen. One more time, everybody. And I wanna go home. Yeah. Good. Friendliest people and the prettiest women you've ever seen. One more time, let's all sing it. And I wanna go home with the armadillo. Good country music from Amarillo and Abilene. They got the friendliest people and the prettiest women you've ever seen. Whoa! Oh, yeah. It's a hit. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you very much. I got one more song for you. You know, Randy was telling me earlier that back in 1953, Bob Wills and his West Texas Playboys came to the listening room and played, and, you know, Randy recorded it. He's got those tapes, secret tapes fixing to come out. And that was when the beat was young. That was in those days. What, further back, Randy? He said further back. Oh, yeah, 1927. Lucius Allen and his Cosmic Pharaohs came to the listening room. They played this stuff. He was recording it on one of those things, you know, and that was when the beat was young. What'd you say? 1812. Okay, 1812. What is that, 150 years ago? Let's just go 200 years ago. How about, anybody, 300? You got 300 right there. 300 years ago? How about 400 years ago when the beat was young? How about 500 right here. 500 years ago, 750, 758. Don't touch your nose in front of me, ma'am. That's 10 million years ago. Back at the big, okay, let's just cut to the chase. Back at the Big Bang when the beat was young. Oh, yeah. And a little time passed, and worlds were thrown like so many Jackson Pollock paintings on a fabric of time and space. And one world rose to the surface, the blue pearl, Mother Earth. And there were volcanoes going off, and thunder and lightning crashing, all adding to the beat. And next thing you know, there's a guy chasing down a saber-toothed tiger to bring home for his baby. And there was ancient man beating on sticks and rocks, sending out a rhythm nearly round the clock, Lord. Beat takes over, bustin' loose, trying to hold back just wasn't no use, no. All the cats around feeling they got stung. Way back in history when the beat was young. Big Chief says to sing and dance, smoke peace pipe and make romance. Let have kicking round the beat can be really fun, and the beat can make you work when there's work to be done. Kicking evolution up another run. Way back in history when the beat was young. And when the beat is young, you have everything under the sun. When the beat is young, we'll all come together as one. When the beat is young. Some time passed, and it got to those Middle Ages we were talking about earlier, and the Dark Ages. And brothers and sisters, if you had anything at all to do with the beat in the Dark Ages, well, they likely as not put you on a rack and pull your fingernails out, torture you unmercifully, because the Catholic Church, it just didn't like anything to do with the beat, because it made your toes tap and made people want to dance, and their limbs began to move uncontrollably. Drummers had a hard time during the Inquisition. Little known fact, strange but it's true. So they wanted to save everybody, so they built these churches, these beautiful churches. They call them cathedrals, and you know what? There were rooms kind of like this, really tall, high ceilings and beautiful stained glass window, and you couldn't even see the ceiling because there was so much incense going off. You thought you were in the clouds, and there was all these beautiful stained glass just bathing you in ethereal light, and these Gregorian chanters all singing, chanting, you know, E Kyrie eleison. It was designed for enlightenment, just designed. And a little peasant in medieval England really wanted to get saved, and so they built this church for him. But he had to get there first, maybe 200-300 miles away. So he marched all day and he marched all night, marched all day and he marched all night, marched all day and he marched all night, and he fell into these taverns that were conveniently located right in front of the double doors of the cathedral, and they drank mead until they were silly. Has anybody ever had any mead? It's fermented honey. Nasty stuff, nasty. But it gets you there, you know? So they're having so much success saving all these peasants from the beat that they decided they need just a little bit more publicity, and they looked around for a chronicler, a guy that could write it all down and tell the story. So they went to Cambridge, England. They had heard about this guy. His name is Geoffrey Chaucer. Geoffrey Chaucer. He was a poet and rap artist living there in poverty. And so they asked him if he would volunteer to go on a pilgrimage to the most beautiful cathedral of all, Canterbury Cathedral. So he marched all day and he marched all night, marched all day and he marched all night, marched all day and he marched all night, and he fell into the tavern with everybody else, and he wrote down everything that he saw and he heard. And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, this is what Buddy Holly revealed to me all those years ago in Miss Honey's English class. And I'm gonna be the first guy in the history. I mean, you may have had Lucius Allen and his Cosmic Pharaohs here, but I'm gonna be the first guy at the music room to do a little Middle English rap music for you right now. And it goes like this. Said one that the prilly with the sure suit, the truth of March has pierced to the rote, by the divine and swishly cool, of which virtue engendered is a flow, and zephyr second with the sweat of breath, spirit heart and every halt in heath, the tender croppers and the youngest son, they half in their rami cause irony. Smiley follows, mockly melody that's sleeping up in it with open ear, so pricketh them a chair in hill carazes that long and folk are gone on pilgrimages, palmas for the sake of stranders, stronders, and sondre couth and sondre londe. Sondre couth and sondre londe. Yo. Befell the ten that sisson on the day of the soother tabard as they lay, ready to wind and on a pilgrimage toward Canterbury with full devout caress, espied a gentle hostelria was the best hotel I ever see ya. Now the beat is spread all around the world, and it plays in the hearts of every boy and girl. Kicking round the beat can be really fun. Let's kick it, boy. And the beat can make you work when there's work to be done. Even today when certain songs are sung, Lord, we thank God Almighty that the beat is young. Yeah. And when the beat is young, you have everything under the sun. When the beat is young, well, all come together as one. When the beat is young, the beat is young, the beat is young, the beat is young. Thank you very much. Thank you much, Randy. Thank you for having us here. Thanks a lot. Thank you.